Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Welcome back to Hey TV. I am Asha Osman and my partner Aiman Hakim will be your MC for today.
Hi everyone, I'm Aiman, your MC. Wow, look like we have a having full house today. Can you guess who we have here?
We are having as a company today in our show to discuss low wages issues that this company is facing right now. Mr. Azim, the CEO of Azek Company who is 34 years old. He was born in Perak and currently lives in Kuala Lumpur. Mr. Azim also graduated with first class honours in Bachelor of Logistics. Now, I'm inviting Mr. Azim as the CEO of AZ Company to introduce himself and a little sneak peek about his company.
Okay, thank you, our lovely MC. Good morning and thank you all for coming. I'm truly appreciate very much. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmad Amirul Azim bin Maksadi. I am the Chief Executive Officer for AZ Company, and I will give you some insight into our company. Uh, Basically, we are a logistic company that primarily transport goods between the state in the peninsula and also across the ocean to Sabah and Sarawak.
As a CEO, may I know what led to the low wages in your company and what's the cause of low wages?
As you know, in the recent years, there have been a massive increase in the unemployment rates in our country. There are several factors that contribute to this problem, but most notable issues in my company that I am having is the lack of skill that require in our job description. So basically, we usually hire someone with experience and skill because it is financially beneficial for us to pay them appropriately. They can also generate a high quality workforce and increase our productivity. But in the future, we would like to expand our application intake for our future employee. Even those with no job experience, we will train them and cover their expenses with our in-house training. Basically, our in-house training enable us to customize the train that uh, give our return in efficiency workload increase. So I hope that our company vision will someday be achieved. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Azim. I see your point there. Alright, next, Miss Alani, as the head of a human resource in this company, how did you or as a company handle the low wages issues?
Thank you for the excellent question, Mr. Aiman. For your information, here at AZ Business, we really value our employee opinions. Any kind of communication or interaction between employees and the company are taken very carefully.
Oh yeah, they do. I remember when this problem occurred in our company. Our HR department made every effort to have one-on-one communication with all of our employees.
Yes, exactly. We inquired their thoughts on their pay, if they are pleased and content with it, or vice versa. We negotiate conditions to ensure that we have one agreement that benefit both the company and the employee.
Okay, I think I kind of get the rough of the idea of how your company deal with this issue. But can you explain more about it? Like, give us some insight on how you negotiate conditions with employees, as you mentioned just now.
Sure, I can tell you more of that, of course. Firstly, we will do some observation towards our competitors and investigate how much do they pay their employees. We made ourselves and the higher ups clear about the differences of what these companies are offering toward their employee, and we tried our best to do even more of those toward our employee. Secondly, we explain to our staff about terms or factors that would affect their wages. Some of those six factors are skill set, attitude, industry connections, and growth plan. I think it's important for employee to understand that if they wanted high monthly wages, it should correspond with what they could offer for the company. It is important for both parties to be satisfied in order to solve this issue. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Miss Alani. That's great. I like how you handle this issue professionally. We all know that the low wages issue have impact the workers. What is your insight about this issue, Miss Fadila?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aiman. As you know, there are a lot of impact of low wages on workers. And today, I will talk about how low wages affect workers in negative way. First, employees with low wages are more likely to face stress issues. Working might be more stressful when they're working for a company that does not pay well. Some people have to work two jobs to make sure their salary is enough to cover their expenses and monthly commitments. When working conditions include low wages, employee may become disinterested in their task and why they continue to work for the same employer. And so, last but not least, Mr. Aiman and audience, employee may decide to leave their job. So, if their compensation is much lower than what competitor can provide their employees, they may believe it is worthless to exert effort in the order to perform well. So, therefore, in the worst case scenario, they have no intention of remaining with the organization. So that's all. Thank you.
Can I add one more point toward that? I think that low salaries also reduce worker morale. This is directly responsible for economic growth. When worker morale is poor, production levels are likewise low, resulting in a situation in which most businesses do not have optimal production.
Okay, thank you, Miss Fadila and Mr. Shafiq. Now that we have listened about the impact of the low wages on workers, I'm curious about how the wages affect the country. Does it correlate with the impact on workers? So can I get your insight on this, Mr. Rafi?
Okay, sure, Mr. Aiman. And to answer your last question, yes, it does affect the country. I like to say it's like a domino effect. First, it will affect the first small amount of people, but when the same cycle repeat, it will soon affect a bigger crowd and soon the country. Low wages workers will increase influx of foreign workers. The average local wants a job that pay well. Low-paying jobs such as manual labor and construction will result in job vacancies. Soon, we will lose local workforce and some sector like construction sector and service sector will be filled by the foreign worker. More local will stay unemployed because they rather be unemployed than being underpaid, which in my opinion, it is understandable. As students nowadays are struggling to pay their loan that they took to pay their student fees, such as PTPTN, MARA, or more. Yeah, okay. I think that's all from me.
Oh, I see. Low wages actually have an impact to the workers and the country. In my opinion, low wages are unhealthy and it make people have a low quality of life.
Yes, I agree with you. People cannot afford to buy their needs with low wages. They have to minimize their spending as well as they can to survive. Now let's move on to the next question. So, Miss Azura, what do you think is the good impact of increasing wages rate to the workers?
As we can see, this topic is really heavy since it involves many parties. But in my opinion, companies have to pay more attention to the employees' welfare as well. Here, some good impact of the increasing in wages rate towards the workers. First, it will improve employees' motivation, especially to those who has a huge responsibility for the company. If they have enough and reasonable wages, they will feel thankful for their employer, and as the result, their productivity also increase. Next is employees' morale will be increased. This is proven especially to the workers who is in the customer service. When they are happy with their wages, they will enjoy doing their job, especially when they are handling with their customer. They will, they will automatically be nice and actually smile towards client or customer during working hours. Thank you.
Actually, I would like to add one more point on that. Higher earnings would improve the overall standard of living for minimum wage workers by providing them with a more appropriate income level to handle the cost of living. In a less complex words, it means that they can actually improve their life quality and will eventually be happier.
Yes, I definitely agree with Miss Azura and Miss Alani. Good point, ladies. So, what about you, Mr. Shafiq? Will increasing the wages rate have a good impact on the company?
Yes, of course. Profit show the success of the company and indirectly increase the confidence of external parties such as investor, financial and supplier to manage transaction with the company. This effect allows the company to continue to be in the market. Profit allows the company to carry out current activities and activities that have been planned for the future.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Shafiq. Not only workers, increasing wage rate also give a good impact to the company. It can improve the overall standard of living, increasing the productivity of workers.
That's true, Aiman. Not only that, increasing wages rate can also boost economic growth, as consumer spending typically increases along the wages.
Now we have heard the issues that the company is facing. I think it is the best to the company to think wisely about the pros and the cons of the increasing the wages rate. A right decision has to be made so that the low wages will not be an issue to the one company in the future. What do you think? Feel free to share your thought in the comment section. By that, Aiman, and Aisha, we end our discussion for today's issues. See you guys next week on the same day and time for the new topics.
Thank you, as a company, and thank you everyone for watching. Bye. See you next week.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.